car just shut off as I turned on the phone. I am just sitting out in the car contemplating my life as my grandchildren and the other one over there sleep. And I'm dying today. Last night I could not sleep. So there was a beaver full moon. So a huge moon the other day. Oh, the car stopped. And then I better turn it back on. And it was weird because it had a face and it looked like a dinosaur all at the same time. It was weird. So then last night I go out to go see the moon, and I'm in Michigan. Of course there was no moon, none to be found anywhere. It was a little hazy, but should have been still seeing the moon. So then I went to bed. I just chuckled to myself, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is going on? Hey, this is my ADD brain. Did you see that lady calling those churches? Oh my God, that's wild. I cannot believe nobody will give her formula except certain churches. Just a few churches. That's crazy. I just don't understand what the point of a church is. I went to church years and years and years ago. I've always questioned church. Even when I was a little kid, we went to catechism. And they would tell us stuff, and I'd be like, the kids raised their hand and said, but why? All the time. All the fucking time. I mean, I went to confession one time, and I told the priest, I said, I'm 10 years old. And I said, what is the sin? And I said, I remember this. And so I pulled my chair around to look right at him, because, you have that screen. And I pulled my chair around to look at him. And he just was like, I don't think he ever had anybody do that. And I said, what am I supposed to confess? He said, whatever you did wrong this week. And I said, well, I didn't hug my dog long enough. I'm 10 years old. What the hell do you do? I mean, these little sweet kids in the back seat, they don't have no sins. They're perfect. I mean, they're narcissistic little brats, but they are perfect. They're just sweet little beings. I just don't know what everybody runs around. Oh, you gotta sin and confess, and oh, it's so stupid. And where was I going with this? I digress. Oh, my husband died a long time ago, so I stayed home with my kids because it was not profitable for me to work. I was a nurse, LPN, to work and take care, send 3 kids to daycare. And I made some money on Social Security. That was it. So we lived on that. So we didn't live over our budget, that's for sure. So one day I was walking home on my walk. I walked all the time back then. And we had this old junky station wagon because, I couldn't afford a brand new car. And here rolls up the priest of our church. Here I am giving, what little money I have to this dude. Rolls up in a brand new Riviera. Doesn't even wave at me. I waved at him because I knew him, but he doesn't even acknowledge my presence. I said, well, that's enough of the church shit. So I never went back. That girl she's going to make a lot of churches look stupid. She's going to do it, and she's going to, man, they look so stupid doing that shit. But anyway, it's a dreary day, but go to the energies of that moon. I don't know what it did. It was a really strange night last night. I went to bed. I was very tired. But after I laid there, I probably slept 15, 20 minutes. And then I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep. It wasn't until 4:30 this morning when I finally fell asleep again. And then I tossed and turned and had weird dreams. But I've been trying this new thing of taping your mouth shut so I don't snore or I don't have apnea or whatever, but I don't think I have that. I think I just snore because I'm old and, you don't have the muscle tone. Even though I work out every day and do all those things, you gotta really work that neck muscle. But anyway, I had to do something while I'm sitting here because I'm just listening to the buses go by, listening to them breathe back there. And my knitting and crocheting is in the house. I'm almost done with her Raven's little granny square sweater. And then they want me to knit Christmas sweaters and Christmas blankets. So we'll see how far we get with that because that's a lot of work. Yeah. There's so many things you can say going on in the world. What do you think about that UPS plane? And then the Dick Cheney. Oh my God. There's a whole thing with Dick Cheney of 9/11, and then 11 people died on there, 9 people were injured, and then the plane, and oh my God, it's so weird. It's amazing how people connect code, because code is what all this is. It's just code. I try to tell my son all the time. Sorry, I'm still tired. So he does differential equations, and I like geometry, so I went deep into geometry, quantum physics, or physics. Physics is backwards, but I did all those, and we were talking about circuits and things like that. And once you learn one circuit, it's different names for every circuit. So it's like code, no matter what code it is, it's the same code, but a different sequence of numbers. So it doesn't matter, like, if you're working with a house material or plastic material or whatever, you're always working the same codes. So how these people know which codes you could master the universe, technically speaking, because you would know how to, with numbers, not with your mind, because I think energy is energy, and it brings in your energy because you're attracting energy. And of course that works, because carbon to carbon, hydrogen is attracted to hydrogen, oxygen is attracted to oxygen. That's how things work. And time is necessary on this planet. Time is, and not like watch time, like you look at your watch, or clock time, but progression of movement needs time for substance of matter to be on this planet. That's why, because it has to circle itself in order to make matter, because it's adhesions. But anyway, I'm just muddling on. Who else misses Gina on friggin' YouTube? She's on Facebook now, but she's changed a little bit being on Facebook. I still watch Sloan though. I like Sloan. Oh, that new video of that dude. That was crazy. Of that Chinese actor. Now I knew it wasn't suicide. I got all that information about him. Except I knew it was a 007 thing. I knew he was brutalized. It's crazy. I have a kid, my son's friend, who went to Japan when he was in the army and fell off a building and supposedly died drinking and fell off a building. Same sort of thing. And I know it wasn't that. I know what they did to him. I know something happened to him, that he saw something he shouldn't see. And that was him. He saw something he shouldn't see. But I didn't know about the war thing. Like, starting a whole war. Or finishing a war. But when I did, a long time ago, when I did Kate Middleton and the Rothschild, she was the Antichrist. Like, the Antichrist of what you would think the Antichrist of, not what I believe. I don't believe any of that. I mean, it's not that I believe or disbelieve. I just don't feed into it. But they showed me she was the Antichrist. She would have been the perfect Antichrist. Think about it. She's charming. She's cute. Everybody would have followed her. She would have been like the perfect person. And they got rid of her. So yeah, they soul swapped her. They couldn't successfully soul swap her. So the Rothschild couldn't get into her because Pippa's old boyfriend in that cult thing that I did a long time ago. It was a dream. It wasn't a dream because I was there, and I know I did it at Kensington. His name was Kensington. And he did it. He was in a stadium, and they were getting ready to do it because the Rothschild guy died the day before. She's been hidden for months, and it was February. It was the full moon, the biggest full moon of 2024. And they were all cloaked and laughing and having a gay old time. And yeah, Kensington said, "I have to do this. This is the pivotal point in time." And then he did it, and I woke up, and then I found out later today. Well, I was shot. I was like, phew, right in the head at that moment because I did it to her, and then they did it to me, and I woke up, and then I found out he died a day after the Rothschild guy died. So yeah, that's what they did, and she's never been out public or never the same since. Because it's not her. It's not her. They have her bound up in some astral. Her soul is gone. Her soul is in between. It's just like on Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider 2, if you watch Ghost Rider 2, where they do the little boy who's the devil. He made a son, and then years later he comes to get his son, and then they start to do it. And then Ghost Rider stops it, and then yeah, that was almost exactly what they did. Exactly what they did with Kate and the Rothschild. They were putting his body, his soul into her body. And that was going to be what he used for the Antichrist. Or to, like, ruin the world. Because she was going to, help ruin the world. But it failed because the vessel got killed. And so his soul went wherever his soul went to. Who knows? And then her soul was bound because they had bound her already. So that's what they did. It was crazy. It was nuts. And Kensington, I don't know where he went to. I just know I was gone. In that second, I was gone. But he knew what he was doing. And he was like, for the world, we can't let this happen. For the world. And everybody, there's like 30, 40 people that were there. Yeah, it was crazy. But I gotta go because Raven's waking up. And you don't want to hear that. Bye.